Welcome to the Madison Motor Podcast. Today is Thursday, January 4th, 2023. Today I'm going to recap the college basketball, NBA, and NHL. Look ahead to today's games. For each sports game for soccer, we have a golf tournament, the Tournament of Champions that we have to go over, and then MLB New Year's resolutions for each team, news and notes, and best bet. College basketball is where we'll begin. We'll go over from yesterday and look ahead to today's games. Yale over Howard, 86-78 OT. Asheville over Upstate, 95-67. Seton Hall over number 23 Providence, 61-57. Winthrop over Longwood, 68-16 OT. George Mason over LaSalle, 77-62. Lafayette over Army, 52-47. Virginia over Louisville, 77-53. Florida State over Georgia Tech, 82-71. Indiana State over Evansville, 87-73. High Point over Radford, 85-71. Presbyterian over Charleston Southern, 68-61. Ohio State over Rutgers, 76-72. Oklahoma State over Chicago State, 72-53. Navy over BU, 62-60. American over Lehigh, 75-66. Dayton over Davidson, 72-59. Fordham over George Washington, 119-113. Triple overtime. UMass over Duquesne, 80-61. Rhode Island over St. Joe, 78-74. Little Chicago over St. Louis, 80-73. Colgate over Loyola, 78-55. McNall over Holy Cross, 70-58. Western Carolina over Citadel, 80-71. Greensboro over Furman, 79-68. Wofford over VMI, 87-85 in OT. ETSU over Mercer, 86-9. Sanford over Chattanooga, 89-74. Marshall over Rio Monroe, 68-57. Miami over number 16 Clemson, 95-82. Bradley over Valpo, 86-61. Montana over North Dakota State, 96-86. Northern Colorado over North Dakota, 97-87. Omaha over Northern Arizona, 81-55. Eastern Washington over South Dakota, 93-79. Villanova over Xavier, 66-65. Stanford over UCLA, 59-53. NC State over Notre Dame, 54-52. Tulane over Rice, 84-59. Northern Iowa over Missouri State, 64-62. Nebraska over Indiana, 86-70. St. Bonaventure over VCU, 89-78. Sac State over EMKC, 67-64. St. Thomas over Idaho, 75-67. Weber State over South Dakota, 75-73. Denver over Idaho State, 95-82 in OT. Oral Roberts over Montana State, 82-76. USC over Cal, 82-74. And San Diego State over Fresno State, 74-47. All right. Monster window today. 11 a.m. St. Fran Prairie, Sacred Heart. We don't have a lot of time. So, I'm going to give out a pick, and I'm doing two totals. My line Sacred Heart 8.25, and it's 8.5. Totals 141.5 over. Wow, Stephen Boston, Texas Rio Grande. I'm going to take Rio Grande plus the points. My line is Stephen F. Austin 5 and 3/8, and it's 8.5. Stephen F. Austin. 6:30 Austin P. Bellarmine. I'm going to take Austin P plus 2.5. My line is Bellarmine by 5/8. Temple USF. My line is USF 3.5. And it is for some reason I can't find it. Temple USF. 5.5. I'm gonna take Temple. Townsend Monmouth, I have Townsend by half, and it's 2.5. I'm gonna take Monmouth in the points. Stony Brook Northeastern, I'm taking Stony Brook plus the 6.5. I have Pick'em. Wilmington Drexel. My line is Drexel 1.5, and that's what it is. Throws 138.5. I'll take the over. Hampton New Del, my line's Delaware 10.5. And it's 13.5, 153.5. I'll take Hampton the points. Elon, William, and Mary. I have Elon by a half. Oh, Temple USF, I just came across it. I just skipped it. William and Mary 2.5, total 151.5. I'll take Elon the points. Charleston Hofstra. I'm going to take Charleston in the points. Campbell and CAT. I'm going to take I don't know. Well, it's 3 and it's 2.5, so it's 142.5. I'll take the over. Penn State, Michigan State. I'm taking Penn State in the points. It's 13.5. I have a 10. Jacksonville, Florida, Gulf Coast. I have Gulf Coast 2.5. And it's 4.5, and I'm going to take Jacksonville in the points. Dickinson, Merrimack. I'm going to take Dickinson plus 7.5. I have it by only 3/4. Wagner, LIU. I'm going to take LIU plus 6.5. I have 2 3/4. Central Con, Stony Hill. I'm taking Stony Hill plus 6.5. I don't have time to give out my projections. I'm Youngstown State, Northern Kentucky, so I'm sorry about that. My projections 1.5 points apart. Northern Kentucky I have by 3, and it's 1.5, so it's 147.5. I'll take the over. IPI, Robert Morris. I'm going to take IPI plus 9.5. I have a 2. Milwaukee, Oakland. Mine is Oakland 1 and an 1/8. So I guess I'll do some projections. I'm just not doing totals. I didn't even do totals. Um, 7.5 Oakland. I'm gonna take Milwaukee in the points. Green Bay, Detroit. My line's 4.3 and it's 3.5 to 132.5. I'll take the over. Cleveland State, Wright State. I'll take Cleveland State plus 5.5. I have Wright State only 58/100. It's a little over a half. 10 Tech, Morehead State. I have 11 and 5/8. It's 12.5, 139.5. I'll take the over. Old Dom, Troy. I have Troy 4.5. And that's what it is. And 140.5. So total, I'll take the under. North Florida, Stetson. I'll lay the points with Stetson at 6.5, and I have at 9 and 5/8. Lipscomb, Eastern Kentucky. I have 3/8 for Lipscomb, and it's 1.5, 153.5. I'll take the under. 8 o'clock, number 15, Memphis, Tulsa. I'll take Tulsa plus 9.5. I have Memphis only by 2 and 5/8. Number 19, James Madison, Louisiana. I have 4.5 and it's 5.5, 156.5. I'll take the under. Edwardsville, Little Rock. I have Edwardsville 1 and 3/4, and it's Little Rock 3.5 to 152.5. I'll take Edwardsville plus points plus 152. Georgia State, Southern Miss. Only 2.5 with Southern Miss. I have 4 and 7/8. Coastal Carolina, Texas State. I'll take Coastal in the points. It's 9.5, and I have 6 and 5/8. Georgia Southern, Arkansas State. I'll take Georgia Southern plus 7.5. I have 8. For Arkansas State. App State, South Alabama. Minus 2.5 and it's 3.5, 138.5. I'll take the over. Texas, Tarleton State. Minus 5 and 7/8, and it's 5.5, 138.5. I'll take the over. against Utah Valley. Line's 2.25. It's 2.5. 133.5. I'll take the over. Next up is UTEP. I don't see UTEP New Mexico State. Did that game get canceled or something? Oh no, it's a 9 o'clock game. My bad. New Mexico State 1.5. I'll take UTEP plus the points and outright. Tennessee State Southern Indiana. That's an 8:30 game. So Tennessee State's giving 3.5. I'll leave the points, and I have it 6.25. Southeast Missouri State, Western Illinois. I'll take Southeast Missouri State plus 7.5. I have it 4.5 for Western. Grand Canyon, Southern Utah. I have 9 5/8, and it's 10.5. 156.5. I'll take the under. All right. 9 o'clock. Pepperdine number 24 Gonzaga. I'll take Pepperdine plus 21.5. I only projected by 9. An intriguing game, Pac-12 Network, Oregon, Washington. Washington's favored by 4.5, and I'll take Oregon plus the points that I have. Oregon favored by half, so I'll take plus 152 outright as well. North Texas, Wichita State, ESPN 2. My line is 3 1/8, and it's 1.5. 132.5. I'll take the over. Peacock, Minnesota, Michigan. I'll take Minnesota plus 6.5. I have it pick'em. ESPNU, Eastern Illinois, Tennessee Martin. My line's 10 7/8, so it's 9.5. 150.5. I'll take the under. 9:30 on ESPN, Colorado, number 10, Arizona. I'll take Colorado plus 10.5. I only have it 3.5. 10 o'clock, San Fran Pacific. I'll take Pacific plus 19.5. I only have it at 5. Utah Tech, Seattle. I have a 10. It's 11.5. 142.5. I'll take the over. LBSU, Cal Poly. My 7 is 8.5. 143.5. I'll take the over. Hawaii, Bakersfield. Minus 3 is 4.5. 139.5. I'll take the over. Davis, Riverside. My line is Davis by 5/8, and it's Riverside 1.5. Total 138.5. I'll take Davis plus the points minus 106. UCSD, Santa Barbara. Mine is 6 1/8, and it's 4.5. 145.5. I'll take the over. Fullerton, Irvine. I'll take Fullerton plus the 11.5, and I have it 4.5. 11 o'clock, Pac-12 Network, Oregon State, Wazoo. I'll take Oregon State plus 11.5. I only have it 2.5. ESPN 2, Utah, Arizona State. I'll take Arizona State plus 5.5. And I only have it Utah 1.5. Santa Clara, Loyola, Marymount. I'll lay the 1.5 at Marymount. I have it 3 5/8. And last but not least, St. Mary's, San Diego, CBS Sports Network. I'll take San Diego plus 13.5, and my line is only 1 1/4. All right, now move on to the NBA. That took a little longer than I wanted. We'll go over the results from yesterday, and we only have 2 games tonight. Cavs over the Wizards, 140-101. Pacers over the Bucks, 142-130. Hawks over the Thunder, 141-138. Rockets over the Nets, 112-101. Raptors over the Grizzlies, 116-111. Pelicans over the Timberwolves, 117-106. Mavs over the Blazers, 126-97. Clippers over the Suns, 131-122. Jazz over the Pistons, 154-148 in OT. Heat over the Lakers, 110-96. And the Kings over the Magic, 138-135 in double overtime. So, we have 2 games tonight. 7:30 TNT Bucks Spurs. Mine's the Bucks by 15 and 3/4, so 246. And it is 9 and 249.5. I'm gonna lay the 9 with the Bucks on the road. And last Monday's 10 o'clock TNT Nuggets Warriors. My line is Nuggets 3.5, total 229 and the 20th, and it's 3 and 235. I'll gladly take the under. Now I'll recap the NHL games from yesterday. There's only 2 of them, and then tonight goes a large window. Devils over the Capitals 6-3, and the Leafs over the Ducks 2-1 OT. All right, tonight 7 o'clock ESPN Penguins Bruins from Boston. TD Garden gonna be rocking. Pittsburgh's playing a little better lately. Boston's minus 152. The Pens are plus 126. Over under 6.5. Overs plus 112. Unders minus 138. Pens plus 1.5 is minus 184. Boston minus 1.5 is plus 160. Tough one. I think Pittsburgh's gonna do it. Plus 126 outright. Why not? Blackhawks Rangers from the Garden. Rangers 4-1 favorites. Blackhawks plus 310. Over under 6.5. Overs plus 104. Unders minus 128. Blackhawks plus 1.5 is plus 128. Rangers minus 1.5 is minus 154. Over. Sabres Habs. Sabres minus 134. Habs plus 112. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 13. Unders minus 104. Sabres minus 1.5 is plus 176. Habs plus 1.5 is minus 215. Under, but I don't feel good about it. Jackets Flyers. Flyers minus 194. Jackets plus 160. Over under 6.5. Overs plus 104. Unders minus 128. Jackets plus 1.5 is minus 152. Flyers minus 1.5 plus 126. I like the over. 8 o'clock Canucks Blues. Vancouver minus 137. Blues plus 114. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 105. Unders minus 115. Vancouver minus 1.5 is plus 172. Blues plus 1.5 is minus 210. I like the over. Flames Preds. Preds minus 172. Flames plus 102. Over under 5.5. Overs minus 140. Unders plus 114. Flames plus 1.5 is minus 245. Preds minus 1.5 is plus 198. Under. Plus money. Avs Stars. Could this be the Western Final preview? Stars minus 128. Avs plus 106. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 102. Unders minus 120. Avs plus 1 is minus 225. Stars minus 1.5 is plus 184. Ooh. The Avs have more points than the Stars do this year. I'm going to say there'll be overtime. Yes, plus 350. That's a fun one. Lightning Wild. Lightning minus 140. Wild plus 160. Over under 6.5. Overs plus 114. Unders minus 140. Lightning minus 1.5 is plus 168. Wild plus 1.5 is minus 205. I'm going to go with the Wild as a home underdog at plus 116. Isles Coyotes at 9. Pick a minus 110 each way. Over under 5.5. Overs minus 124. Unders plus 102. Islanders minus 1.5 is plus 215. Coyotes plus 1.5 is minus 265. How many more chances are the Islanders going to get to, springboard? Minus 110, I'm going to take them out right on the road. Panthers Golden Knights, 10 o'clock. Ooh, a final rematch, and it's a pick-em. Minus 110 each way. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 4. And just minus 118. Panthers plus 1.5 is minus 265. Vegas minus 1.5 plus 215. I like the Panthers minus 110. Vegas is just too injured right now. Sens Kraken. Kraken minus 125 cents, plus 104 over under 6.5. Overs minus, or plus 104, unders minus 128. Cents plus 1.5 is minus 240. Kraken minus 1.5 is plus 195. I don't feel strong about it, but like the over. 10:30 Red Wings Kings. Kings minus 192. Red Wings plus 158 over under 6.5. Overs minus 2, unders minus 120. Wings plus 1.5 is minus 152. Kings minus 1.5 is plus 128. Over. And last but not least, Jets Sharks. Jets minus 245. Sharks plus 198. Over under 6.5. Over is even money. Unders minus 132. Vegas or Winnipeg minus 1.5 is plus 102. Sharks plus 1.5 is minus 122. I like the over at even money. Now we'll recap the notable soccer from yesterday and look ahead to today. There wasn't a lot at all. Still got to go over it. It's the part of the show. La Liga had some matches. Granada over Cadiz 2-0. Celta Vigo over Betis 2-1. Real Madrid over Mallorca 1-0. And Girona over Atletico 4-3. And then today, 11 o'clock, you have Osasuna and Almeria. We'll see who's favored here in a second. Osasuna minus 165. Almeria is plus 410. The draw is plus 280. For this, I'm going to go over 2.5 goals minus 106. 115 Sevilla Athletic. Athletic plus 135, Sevilla plus 210. The draw is plus 210. Athletic is hot. We'll take them plus 135. And then a big one at 3:30, Las Palmas, Barcelona. Barcelona minus 210, Las Palmas is 5-1. The draw is plus 340. First one, we're going to go under 2.5 goals at plus 120. Coppa Italia, Atalanta over Sassuolo 3-1, AS Roma over Cremonese 2-1, and then today at 3 o'clock, Juventus and Salernitana. Let's assume Juventus is favored. Yes, minus 600. Salernitana is 14-1. The draw is plus 550. Over 3.5 goals at plus 142. We have the we do have something going on. One of the English Cups. Not the ELC. It's not the Carabao Cup. The FA Cup. One game, third round, you have Crystal Palace and Everton. Crystal Palace 155, Everton plus 160, the draw is plus 220. I'm going Crystal Palace at 155, but I don't feel strong about it at all. So that's it for Noble Soccer. Now move on to golf. We have the first PGA event of the year coming up. It is the Tournament of Champions from Kapalua Plantation Course. That is in Maui. All right, tee times 12:45. Colin Markowers, Anna Shoffley, and Tom Kim. 12:57. Eric Cole, Brian Harman, Vegas. 109. Stevens Power, Adam Schenk, Lucas Hodges. 121. Davis Riley, Luke List, Hideki Matsuma. 133. Nate Hardy, Substraka, Ryan Henley. 145. Taylor Hoke, Patrick Rogers, Van Dungan. 157. J.T. Potson, Jalen McCarthy, Mackenzie Hughes. 209. Saiwoo Kim, Cam Young, and Harry English. 221, Tommy Fleetwood, Patrick Henley, Tony Finau. 233, Ludwig Aberg, Max Homa, Ricky Fowler. 251, Matt Wallace, Nicholas Echevarria. 303, Keegan Bradley, Tyrell Hatton, Matt Fitzpatrick. 315, Ashe Bahita, Cam Davis, Nate Taylor. 327, Victor Norman, Chris Kirk, Brendan Todd. 339, Sanjay Ebb, Lucas Glover, Adam Hadwood. 351, Kurt Gatayaba, Adam Svensson, Emiliano Grillo. 403, Evan Van Rooyen, Corey Connors, Jason Day. 415, Taylor Moore, Justin Rose, Adam Putnam. 427, Seethiga, Sam Burns, and Wyndham Clark. And 439, Victor Hovland, Scotty Scheffler, Jordan Spieth. So this is a loaded group for the first tournament of the year. John Rahm won this last year. The year before was Cam Smith. 21 was Harry English in a playoff. 2020 was Justin Thomas in a playoff over Xander Schauffele and Patrick Reed. And 2019, it was Xander Schauffele. So, some notable winners over the past couple of seasons. I'm going to debate how much I'm going to lay with the bet. Probably not a lot because it's the first one of the year. Might do a fifth. And I am staring at a lot of names on the board. I am going to go with someone that's done well in the past. I think he has a good shot to win this tournament. He's 12-1, so it's an easy pick out of the gate. Going a fifth of a unit, and the pick is going to be Colin Morikawa for the PGA Tournament Champions to kick off by Golf Betting Futures at 12-1. Okay, now I'm going to do my Major League Baseball team's New Year's resolutions. Interesting list to put together, for sure. So I'm going to go through every team, and I'm going to talk about what I think each team's New Year's resolution should be. We'll go in alphabetical order. We'll start with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Make sure the World Series heroes do not regress. I think this team may have been a flash in the pan. The Phillies team that made it last year is way better than this Diamondbacks team. And if they are to make another run, that these guys need to prove that they're for real. Like Brandon Pfaadt and Merrill Kelly, and even offensively, Lourdes Gurriel's good, but is he going to have the same type of year that he had in a contract year? So I have a lot of questions with the Diamondbacks, and the guys that helped them make the World Series. They better hope those guys play as well as they did in the playoffs and pitch obviously as well. The Atlanta Braves. Get the pitching staff fully healthy, the rotation in particular. They acquired Chris Sale. You guys know how I feel about that trade. And they need to get their other guys healthy. They need Spencer Strider healthy. They need Max Fried healthy. Like, they need to get the guys in their rotation healthy. Because I don't think they're a lock to win their own division. Don't forget about the Phillies, guys. The Baltimore Orioles. Get Jackson Holliday to the big leagues before the All-Star break. He's the best prospect in baseball. He's very talented. This is probably the best prospect we've had since Chris Bryant when he was on the Cubs. I mean, Acuna obviously was great, but he wasn't as hyped like Chris Bryant was. I feel like Jackson Holliday is going to get that Chris Bryant type of hype, and there's going to be talks about him making the team out of spring training. Obviously, Anthony Volpe was really hyped last year, but he was only hyped because he was on the Yankees. But then again, Chris Bryant, you could argue, was only hyped because he was on the Cubs. So it's kind of similar, but the hype for Jackson Holliday is real, and the O's better hope he's on the big leagues before the All-Star break. The Boston Red Sox, get a bona fide ace. They need an ace. No ifs, ands, or buts. The Chicago Cubs, make the postseason. They could have made it last year if not for a 2-week collapse. They have a better manager now in Craig Counsell. They really haven't done much to improve their team. Maybe they re-signed Cody Bellinger, and then they remain the same, obviously, but maybe they get one of those pitchers that's still out there, too. So, they got to make the postseason if they make that team better. The Chicago White Sox, get the best return possible for Dylan Cease. This is obviously a team that's rebuilding. They got an outstanding return for Aaron Bummer. And I think that they can get a really good return for Dylan Cease. The Cincinnati Reds, get Hunter Green to put it all together. Hunter Green really hasn't put it all together yet. They need him to be great if they want to be great. The Cleveland Guardians, get blue chippers and building blocks for Shane Bieber. It's obvious that they're going to trade him. We just don't know where, but the Guardians do need some building blocks, both in the rotation and offensively, preferably on offense, because I think they have enough in the rotation, but it's hard to replace somebody like Shane Bieber. The Colorado Rockies, keep Chris Bryant healthy. He hasn't been healthy since he joined the Rockies. The Detroit Tigers, get Casey Mize healthy. Obviously, coming off Tommy John surgery, he showed a lot of promise before he got hurt. The Houston Astros, get another good season out of Justin Verlander. He's their best pitcher, and he's over 40 years old. If he's not good, they're in trouble. I know Framber Valdez is good, and I know some of the other guys, they have showed promise. But I wasn't impressed with those guys, to be quite honest. Those guys just flopped against the Rangers in the playoffs. The Kansas City Royals, see who else is a long-term piece outside of Bobby Witt Jr. To me, Bobby Witt Jr. is the only person I could point to on the roster and say, oh, he's going to be on the team in 5 years from now. The Los Angeles Angels, explore the trade market for Mike Trout. I've been pumping this topic on the podcast for a while now. I think they need to explore the market, if not trade him. The Los Angeles Dodgers, win the World Series at all costs. You go out and sign Shohei Ohtani, you go out and sign Yoshinobu Yamamoto, you have to win it. I'm sorry. You got to win it if you're the Dodgers. They're under the most pressure to win a championship of any team in any sport with signing Ohtani alone. But Yamamoto just rises the expectations. But let's face it, Ohtani alone, you're expected to win. The Miami Marlins, figure out which young pitchers on the pitching staff to keep. They have a lot of talented arms that they have come and produced over the past couple of years. But they got to figure out who they want long-term in that rotation with Sandy Alcantara until Alcantara comes back from Tommy John. Minnesota, the Twins. I'm sorry, the Milwaukee Brewers. Get a good return on Corbin Burns. Get the best packages possible. You need to start your reboot, and he's your best asset. Minnesota Twins, get another decent starter. Pablo Lopez had a great year this past year, but they need more than Pablo Lopez. The New York Mets, acquire an ace pitcher. What are you doing, Mets? You traded your 2 aces, and now you have 0 aces. Cody Senga's not an ace. To me, he's a 2.5. And what I mean by that is, could be a great number 2 on the right day, but it's probably your number 3 on a title team. New York Yankees. Make the World Series. They haven't made the World Series since 2009. They haven't won since 2009. But they didn't sign Ohtani and Yamamoto, so that's why the Dodgers, who signed both those guys, have to win it. But if you can get one of those pitchers like a Bieber or a Cease or a Burns, and you could potentially sign Josh Hader as a free agent, that makes you the team to beat in the American League. If they signed Yamamoto, they would have been, I think, pretty big favorites to come out of the American League this year. But they got to get a pitcher for that to be an accurate New Year's resolution. Oakland Athletics. Just be a little bit more competitive, please. You're the worst team to watch in professional sports over the past year. And yeah, that's saying something because the Detroit Pistons lost 28 straight games. But at least they have Cade Cunningham. The Oakland Athletics have nothing. The Philadelphia Phillies. Improve the bullpen. Josh Hader would be nice. Or a trade guy. Pittsburgh. Pirates. Make a decision on Mitch Keller. Mitch Keller's been very up and down. He's been in trade rumors. Maybe they don't want to pay him. The St. Louis Cardinals. Win the NL Central. Yeah, remember when the St. Louis Cardinals were a relevant contender every year? Get back to being that. You're in a weak division. You sign all those pitchers. You have Goldschmidt and Arenado, and the Cubs haven't improved yet. So the Cardinals should be the favorites in that division. The San Diego Padres. Get most of the Yankee arms you got in the Soto deal to produce. They need to nail some of these pitchers in order for that Soto deal to look good for them. The San Francisco Giants. Sign an impact player in free agency. There's a bunch of them left. Or trade for somebody, too. You could go either or. Matt Chapman would be nice there. Cody Bellinger would be nice there. Seattle Mariners. Figure out who in the rotation are keepers. They have Bryce Miller. They have Emerson Hancock. They have Logan Gilbert. But they have to figure out who are the guys to keep. The Tampa Bay Rays. Extend Randy Arozarena. He's been in trade rumors, but just extend him for crying out loud. The Texas Rangers. This is a ballsy one. But sign Josh Hader. You need improvements in your bullpen. He's the best reliever in baseball, and he's a free agent. Sign him. Or if not, one of the best. The Toronto Blue Jays. Make commitments to Vlad Guerrero Jr. and Bo Bichette. This could be a storyline going into the season, and that could be a distraction to the Blue Jays, so they got to do something about that. And then the Washington Nationals. Flirt around with 75-plus wins. In other words, 2022 Orioles. Remember the Orioles were supposed to be really bad that year, and then they ended up winning. They ended up winning more than 75. I think they won like 80. But, could the Nats get to 75 plus? Maybe if the Mets don't improve, or they have some injuries of Philly and the Braves and the Marlins. So, they could get the 75 plus wins. And plus, the National League as a whole is weak. The Cubs haven't gotten much better. The Brewers are going to be worse. The Pirates and the Reds are still bad. And then you have the Rockies, who are bad. The Padres are going to be worse without Soto. Diamondbacks might regress after the World Series run. And the Giants haven't gotten any better in the offseason, too. So, could the Nats flirt around with 75 plus wins? I won't be shocked. They have some young talent. They have the young shortstop that they got in the original Juan Soto trade, C.J. Abrams. They have Josiah Gray. They have the catcher that they got from the Dodgers in the Scherzer Turner deal, Keibert Ruiz. They have some other pitching prospects and other draft picks that need to come up, so why not? Could they be the 2022 Orioles? Absolutely. That's all I'm asking for from the Nats, but maybe less wins. Okay, now I'll move on to the news and notes for today. A little bit more stuff to talk about than yesterday. So, Shota Imanaga expected to see significant interest, and it could land a $100 million deal. And then the Padres signed Woo Suk Go, the top Korean righty, and he's expected to be their closer. Alabama center Seth McLaughlin expected to transfer after the snapping issues in the college football playoff loss, in which those were issues all year, and Kirk Herbstreit alluded to it in the broadcast of the game the other day. LSU star Harold Perkins posted a cryptic tweet after the Tigers fired their defensive coordinator. Florida State head coach Mike Norvell fought back tears after the Orange Bowl lost to Georgia. Oh my God. He fought back tears after a loss. And you got smoked by 60. I really don't know more of the story, but if he was upset because they lost by 60, come on, grow up. But if it was for other reasons, guys transferring or something emotional going on, different story, but if it was because they got blown out, come on. Jim Harbaugh says he's not living in Rumorville when asked about possibility of NCAA vacating wins. And by the way, someone in the media, I want to say it was Paul Feinbaum, said that they profoundly said that Monday night will be Jim Harbaugh's last game with Michigan. And that looks like a prediction gone right from the, from college to the NFL. And the Brooklyn Nets are not trading Mikal Bridges, as Woj reports Brooklyn's intent remains to add talent around Bridges amid 15-19 record, as it should. They should keep Mikal Bridges. He's their building block. He's what they got in the Durant deal. The Cowboys and the Ravens may pursue Dalvin Cook if he clears waivers. So that is not surprising. I predicted that those two teams would be in the mix for Dalvin Cook. I believe it was yesterday's show. Two quarterbacks whose stocks are going up, Michael Penix Jr. and Jaden Daniels. Not good news for U.S. men's national team, but he's going to Monterrey is getting Vasquez. Maybe he'll still be on the men's national team, but for his former team in regular soccer, no good. 5-star running back Harlan Berry chooses LSU over Texas and Alabama and others. Texas cornerback Derek Stingley Jr. posts a LeBron 3-1 meme after getting snubbed. And speaking of the Pro Bowl, the rosters are out. I'll quickly go over them. I don't have time to talk about snubs and whatnot. All right, the NFC quarterbacks: Dak, Brock Purdy, Stafford. Receivers: A.J. Brown, Mike Evans, CeeDee Lamb, Puka. Running backs: CMC, DeAndre Swift, Kyron Williams. Fullback: Kyle Juszczyk. When is it not Kyle Juszczyk? Tight ends: George Kittle and Sam Laporta. Tackles: Lane Johnson, Penny Sewell, Trent Williams. Guards: Landon Dickerson, Chris Lindstrom, Zach Martin. Centers: Jason Kelsey, Frank Ragnow. Jason Kelsey, I don't think's been lights out this year. I think that's a little bit of bias towards the Eagle fans and his brother dating Taylor Swift. Defensive ends: Nick Bosa, Aiden Hutchinson, Montez Sweat. Interior, Aaron Donald, Javon Hargrave, Dexter Lawrence. OLB, Daniel Hunter, Micaiah Parsons, Hassan Reddick. Middle linebackers, Bobby Wagner, Fred Varner. Warner. Corners, Deron Bland, who has a ton of pick sixes. Jalen Johnson, Javarius Ward, Devin Witherspoon, the rookie. Safeties, Jesse Bates, Budda Baker, Julian Love. Punter, Brian Enger. Kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Long snapper, Andrew DePola of the Vikings. Obviously, Enger and Aubrey are both of Dallas. Rate Sheet of New Orleans is the specialist, and the special teamer, Jalen Reeves, Maben of the Pistons, the Lions. And then the AFC, quarterbacks, Lamar, Mahomes, Tua. Wideouts, Keenan Allen, Jamar Chase, Amari Cooper, Tyreek. Running backs, James Cook, Derrick Henry, Raheem Mostert. Fullback, Alec Ingold. Tight ends, Travis Kelce, David Njoku. Tackles, Turn Armstrong, Deion Dawkins, Laramie Tunsil. Guards, Joel Bitonio, Quentin Nelson, Joe Thuney. Centers, Creed Humphrey, Tyler Linderbaum. Defensive ends, Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson. Interior linemen, Chris Jones, Justin Matabuke, Quentin Williams. Outside linebackers, Josh Allen, Khalil Mack, TJ Watt. Inside middle linebackers, Patrick Queen, Roquan Smith. Corners, Sauce Gardner, Jalen Ramsey, Pat Surtain, Denzel Ward. That's loaded. Oh my God. Safeties, Minka Fitzpatrick, Justin Simmons, Kyle Hamilton. Punter, AJ Cole of Vegas. Kicker, Justin Tucker. Long snapper, Ross Matisic of Jacksonville. Specialist, Marvin Mims of Denver. And special teamer, Miles Kilbrew of Pittsburgh. And bad news for Tyreek Hill. His home was on fire, but the good news is that he and his family are safe. Which is sad that their Miami home caught fire yesterday. And that is it for news and notes. And last but not least, my best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. There's a couple I like. But I gotta be honest, the one that jumped out at me was in college basketball. There's a lot I like, actually. And the one game that I like a lot, there's two games I like a lot in the 11 o'clock at night window. And they're both underdogs getting points. And there's a team in the West Coast Conference that's a big underachiever this year, and that's the St. Mary's Gales. Preseason top 25, and they've been a complete bust. They're a double-digit favorite against the 10-5 San Diego team. So I'm going to take San Diego plus the 13.5. I'm going to lay a quarter unit on it, plus 13.5 at home against St. Mary's for my best bet of the day. Okay, so that's it for the show. I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything, look at everything tomorrow. And then we have the Fab 5 for Week 18, which is going to be very difficult because Week 18 and Week 1, as we know, are the hardest weeks to pick every year. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys have a great day, everyone.